There's no question about it. The Redskins, can I hear the regular music, please, to get me fired up? The Redskins have disappointed so far in the preseason, but it's also extremely difficult, as we all know, to evaluate when you're running bad plays against bad coverages. You're not game planning. You're trying different combinations. I just don't know what to make of it.
Why are they running bad plays, though?
In other words, bad plays against bad coverages.
Because they just want to get through the game.
Jay seems to take this as drudgery. He doesn't seem to relish these games at all. It's just an observation. So I don't know what to make of it. I don't know other teams. They're beating us, running their vanilla stuff. You're 100% right. But I don't think once week 1 starts, everyone runs vanilla. So, let's see what happens when we start game planning and we throw the kitchen sink at them. And hopefully we have a full deck there. We get Doxson out there. We get Terrell Pryor making some plays.
Doxson practiced yesterday.
I know. He may actually play, tomorrow night? Well, we know who's not going to play. Kirk's not going to play. Even Colt's not going to play, barring injury.
It's all Nate Sudfeld all the time.
Nate Sudfeld, 4 quarters.
All of you Nate lovers out there, this is your game. This is your Super Bowl.
There's some talk. Are they going to try to showcase Matt Jones?
That's big for him. That's big for him.
Well,
Showcase Matt Jones. Is that a joke? Is that some long-running joke that the Redskins are trying to pull on people?
It's almost a joke because when they know you're going to cut him, you're literally going to get nothing.
He has zero trade value. None whatsoever.
Yeah.
If you wanted to trade him, it was previous. It was previous to this point.
True, but
he had any sort of value.
It can only help him to go out there and look good for another team if they are grasping at a backup running back. He's
close
to being out of the league.
But any team with half a brain wouldn't give up anything for him because they know he's going to be walking the streets in less than a week.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so, their last preseason game is tomorrow night. Most of us aren't really paying attention to that.
Not with college football. No way.
No. J.P. Finley, though, did an interesting interview with Scott McLuhan, who, again, we talked about it yesterday. He's making the rounds. He's answering questions on Twitter. He's going on everybody's podcast. He's doing radio show interviews. And we got some good quotes from him. Now, I've only read these quotes. I haven't heard them yet. But Valdez has a rack of them here. Mm-hmm. And he's talking about everything from Doxson and how he thinks Doxson ultimately, if all things are equal, Doxson's the best receiver and will put up the best numbers on this team. He talks about Terrell Pryor. He talks about the receiving corps in general and how he knows certain guys won't detract from the team. Pryor's a little bit of a question mark just because he doesn't know him. Do you have the comments where he talks about Doxson? Because everybody's wondering about Doxson, and JP at some point asks him, I think he asks him, who's going to be the best receiver of this group?
If Doxson's healthy, it's going to be him. Crowder's going to have his multiple catch games, and, he's not a burner, though. You know, he's going to catch it, but he's going to make his plays. But that's the thing about it. All 3 of them, in 4 of them, 5 of them, the 2 tight ends, they're going to make plays.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing with Pryor and Doxson, Pryor's sneaky because he can run. He's just a long-legged guy, and it takes him a little time to get up to speed. But he can run once he gets going. And so can Doxson. But they're not like Crowder, where they're quick twitch, top speed right away.
Is that the case?
Well, I need to see Doxson out there for like a 5 or 6 game stretch where he's not limping off to the sidelines. That's what I need to see out of Doxson.
Why don't you walk me through the quotes that you have there and just tee them up for me, Valdez?
Here's the one where you mentioned before about Pryor.
Yeah.
But this group, it's going to be interesting because I don't know Pryor that well as a person. I know Doxson very well. Of course, I know Crowder very well. I know Jordan very well. I know Vernon very well. But, it depends how Pryor, if he's not getting fed the ball, if it's going to bother him, because I know he's on a 1-year deal. Would that be to the team? Because it's all about the team.
It's a good question.
Now, here's the one where he commented Pierre.
The one guy, if I was still there, I would never let go would be Pierre, because what he brought, not just from a toughness standpoint and production standpoint, but the leadership he brought. Not just on the field, but during the off season, in the weight room, in meeting room, he was highly, highly respected. And of course, D-Jack was very unique because he could just fly.
I think Pierre's going to have a boatload of catches out in San Francisco this year in that offense.
Should.
Under Kyle.
I don't know how much
he's going to sling it.
I don't know how much he has left in the tank, but I mean, for what he does, you don't need to have that much.
Right.
And then McLuhan had some comments about the preseason thus far.
I want to hear this.
Well, there's always reason to worry because you want to see success. You want to see production. You want to see guys come together. But also understand both sides of the ball, even special teams, you're not showing your hand. You're you're being vanilla and basic. But the thing that has kind of surprised me is the way the O-line's been playing, because that's just man-to-man. That's just, I understand the quarterback and receivers and different receivers coming in and tight ends coming in and the timing and all that. But the one thing that's kind of surprised me is just the offensive line so far.
Well, that's not a good sign.
Well, it's fair. I mean, we've seen it. Sheriff's had some inconsistent play this preseason for a guy that's coming off a Pro Bowl.
So is Trent.
Trent at times, too.